Welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to implement in-app purchases using Google Play billing library for your native Android application with Kotlin. I will show you both in-app products as well as subscriptions. Now in-app products are of two types, consumable and non-consumable product. So and subscriptions are just like subscriptions. So first what you will have to do, what I have done, I will tell you is that I have just created a simple app. I will show you the app just in a bit. Just create a simple app. Then you will have to obviously create a Google Play Console developer account. You might have to pay $20 or something like that. Just pay that amount, and next you have to create an app and then fill the entire details like the app name, the screenshots, the description. The important thing to remember is that my app is free app. I'm not sure whether you can add in-app products and subscription for a paid app. So while while filling your app details, make sure it is a free app. Again, if it is a paid app, then you might have to research whether you can add in-app products and subscriptions. Like paid app is a different thing, and adding in-app purchases and subscription to your free app is a different thing. Okay, don't mix it up. Now once all that setup is done, what you can do is that you can just generate a release apk for your app and upload it to internal testing. Okay, so if you see over here, you will have to upload it to internal testing. So this is the option. Just upload it, and it might takes like, I don't know, around half an hour. Even half an hour is more. It is reviewed pretty quickly. Like when you upload it for production, then it might take like 2 to 3 hours, not 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 days for Google to review it. But for internal testing it is pretty quick. Also, one more thing is that once you add your apk to internal testing and submit it, you also have to create a bunch of testers, and the testers should be some. So if I go to internal testing, why is it not working? Okay, over here you can see inside the testers section of my internal testing, I have added two groups like Gmail accounts with testing access and licensed testers auto generated. Inside over here you will have to add the like the testers email. So don't directly add the testers email, it might cause issue. And once your apk is like approved, like it might take around 5 to 10 minutes, then you can scroll down in this tester section and you will find an option called copy web link. You can just copy that web link and give it to your tester, and he might be he or she should be able to install your app. But make sure they are using the same Gmail account which you have added it over here as a tester. So next, like I won't show you guys to enter all those app details. Like you can figure that those are pretty simple, you can figure those out by yourself. Once your app is approved, then only like in internal testing, then you can add in-app products. Now in-app products, like I told you, are consumable and non-consumable product. Like here inside the app console, you can't differentiate between consumable and non-consumable product. Like I will tell you what is a consumable and non-consumable product, but here you just have to add your products. Like inside your code you can differentiate which one is a consumable and which one is not a consumable. Now if you want to add an in-app product to your app, just click on create product. Here you can add a product ID. So typically what I do is that so here, suppose this is my package name. Okay, so I will just add my package name over here. So something like this, and dot some unique name for your product. So I don't know, hello world, something like this. You don't have to follow this pattern, but I think this pattern, like adding your package name, would be helpful for you. That's why I've added package name dot product name something. Okay, then you can just add your name and description to your product and set some price, and here you can click on save. Then I will add one product as well. Okay, I will add something, hello world. I will also, the description remains the same. Okay, and I will set some price, I don't know, 100. Okay, then you have to click on apply prices, then click on save. Then once it is saved, here you can see it is still inactive. Then you have to click on this activate button. Okay, now this is active. So once you add a product something like this, you will have to copy this product id, this entire product id which you have added, and you have to paste it inside your code. So I have already added two in-app products, so my in-app products are id are something like this. So I will just delete this one because I don't need one more product. Okay, so this is how you add in-app products. Now coming back to subscription, they are kind of similar. So you just go to subscription, like create subscription, add some product id. So inside over here I have added something like this. This is my package name. Sorry, I haven't added it properly, but I have added it something like this. Okay, I should have added this Android IAP as well, but I think it was running out of characters. Okay, but you can add something like this. Okay, add some product id, add some name, just click create, and you will have to set some price. Like, it's pretty simple, same as in-app products. Okay, so now this is done as well. Now whatever products you have added, to take those into a variables. So like a consumable product, so this is my consumable product, this is my non-consumable product. These two are added in-app products, and this is my subscription. So now what is a consumable product? So a consumable product is something like a digital content, can be one-time products or subscription. Okay, consumable product or one time, they are kind of like one time products, so you can consume it, like game currency, like you are playing a game and there are some coins which you can buy and you can consume it, right? And non-consumable are those which never expires, like a premium feature or go ad free inside my app, something like that. And subscription are kind of like free trial or introductory pricing or grace period, something like this. So yeah, this is one thing. Next, after watching this video completely, I would highly recommend you go to this documentation and read the documentation by yourself. It could be like I have taken utmost precaution to make this video error proof, but there could be some kind of an error, or you might want to do some additional things which I haven't covered in this video. So it's better you go to this documentation over here and read this documentation as well. Okay, so this is one thing. Next thing which I will, so here also I want to show you one more thing, which is this, this tells you how to add testers to your in-app, like internal testing. So if you want, you can just go through this as well. Not much over here, and there are some sample apps which are created by Google as well. So you can add something, you can go to this documentation over here, this documentation, as well as this documentation over here. Okay, so yeah, next what you will, so first I will show you my, so here I have created a native Android project with an empty views activity, but if you want, you can use Jetpack Compose as well. Next, what you have to do is first go to this, add this implementation of billing client. Okay, so this is like in-app billing library which we have to add to our app. Now at the time of this recording, it is 6.1.0, but if you are using higher version, make sure you use that. Also, suppose if you are testing it for yourself, suppose you upload the APK to internal testing and you don't want to upload, as a developer, you don't want to constantly upload your app to internal testing, you can test it from Android Studio as well. Like suppose you make some changes inside your code, I want to immediately run from Android Studio to my real device, but you will have to run it in release mode. So first what you have to do is you will have to go to this build variants, go to release mode, select release mode over here, so release mode. And also you might have to add this thing, like the store file, this signing configs you will have to add. So whatever store password, key alias and key password you have set, also over here make sure you add this thing as well. Okay, so be careful with that. Guys, the output of the video. So here what I have done is that also while uploading your app to internal testing, make sure you add this privacy policy button, and like for me, I am just opening a new activity and it redirects to a web view where I am showing the privacy policy, because if you upload your app to internal testing without a privacy policy, your app will be rejected definitely. So privacy policy is required even though you are uploading it to internal testing. Also, like at least once you have to upload your app to internal testing, otherwise your in-app products and subscription won't be approved. So yeah, now here you can see that I have taken a recycler view. So I'm not hard coding this subscription, my counter, my timer. I'm fetching this from our Google Play. console and then showing it inside our recycler view. Okay, so these are not hard coded, only these IDs are hard coded, and with these IDs I am fetching those items from a Google Play console. Now suppose here is subscription. Okay, so if I click on subscription, it tells me, okay, here you can see I'm getting all the payment details. And now this is a test card. Okay, this is a test card. Okay, so here you can play around with it, whether you want the test card to always fail or always approve. I have kept it as always approve, and I can subscribe to this. So like it, the output is little bit laggy on this, sorry about that. The output is little laggy, but if I try to click on the subscription again, like I'm not sure why it is taking so time. Like it's in my real device, I'm able to see it properly. Just because I have connected via Wi-Fi debugging, it is taking a little more time. So here you can see I've already subscribed, and if I try to click on subscription again, it tells me an error, you are already subscribed, you can't buy it again. But the user can cancel subscription. So this is the like a gotcha with subscription, like the user can cancel a subscription, but for in-app products I don't think they can cancel a subscription. Okay, so here I have told you, now the user can go to manage subscription and he can cancel the subscription. And how to know whether the user cancel a subscription or not? So it's impossible to know it on the client side or on your app side. You will have to have a server for this, and I will show you how to do that with the help of the API as well. Like I will tell you right now only. So just again go to that same in-app playing billing integrate library, and here you can see server backend integration, and you will have to connect to this Google Play developer API. I won't be covering in this tutorial, but because otherwise the tutorial will go on forever. And here you can get real-time developer notification. So suppose if the user has cancelled, so here you can see subscription cancelled, then you can get a real-time notification as well. So for I have not done this because it would take a very long time for me to do this tutorial, that's why. But if you are interested for me to cover this in future, do let me know in the comments, and I will try to cover this as well in the future. But yeah, that's the one thing. So here you can see I will show you the output for my counter and my timer as well. I don't know why it is taking so time to reflect. Okay, so here you can see that. Now what I will do is I will click on my counter. So if you see over here, my counter is a consumable product. If I click on my counter, you can see that I can buy this product as well. I will buy this as well, and here you can see payment successful. And once payment is successful, I am acknowledging the product as well. There is something called acknowledgement, and the way you acknowledge a consumable product is different from how you acknowledge a non-consumable and subscription product. Like the way you acknowledge non-consumable and subscription is same, but for consumable product you have to acknowledge it differently. Now I will like buy this non-consumable product as well. Okay, so which you can see over here. Now I will just click on buy. Again, this is a test card because I am inside internal testing, but you will have to do your own testing. Don't just be reliant on this video tutorial. Like whenever money is involved, you have to be extra careful. Okay, so that is done. I have able to buy the product. Now if I try to click on my timer again, you can see that I will get an error. Okay, you already own this item. Okay, so I'm just displaying a toast message as well, but you can handle the error however you want to. So here firstly you will have to add this 3. You only have to add this 3. Okay, this whatever, like not this 3, like however in-app products or subscription ID you have added, just create a variable for this. Don't hard code any other data, you just require the IDs for it. Next we are creating a billing client variable, and this mutable list, like this will contain all the product lists. So product details, sorry. So with the help of this ID we will fetch all the product details which we have added inside our Google Play console, and then we will populate this list. Instead of this list, you can take a Roam database as well if you want to be more careful. Then I have taken a recycler view, so I will just show you my activity underscore main as well. So here I have just taken a one button, and here I have just taken one recycler view, and the recycler view is linear layout manager. Yeah, that's it. Okay, also if you see the custom adapter for my recycler view, here I am just passing the product details dataset like the list, and I have assigned a click listener as well, and here I am just initializing our text view, and here I am inflating our layout. So if you see over here, I have just taken one text view, and I have just added this dash horizontal line just so that I can differentiate between those items. Okay, and what else, I have also created this interface for on item click listener, so that whenever a particular item of recycler view is clicked, we get to know about it. Next, here inside this text I have just assigning the name. So here I have assigned it twice, I don't know why. Maybe you can just assign it once. That's why you are able to see subscription twice and my counter twice. Okay, so that was a mistake from my part. Just assign this name. Okay, but if you want to details like now, this depends on you what you want to display, right? I am just displaying name, but you might have something else, like a much more better way of displaying it. Now here I have on click listener, I am just sending the position of the list which was clicked on, and inside get item count I am just setting the size of our list. Now if you go to main activity over here, I am just initializing our recycler view. On inside privacy policy click, I am just navigating to another activity so that I can show the user privacy policy. Again, this is just for getting the approval from in-app internal app testing. Okay, for now this listener gets called once a user has purchased a product. So we will come back to this later. Now the first thing which you have to do is you have to initialize our billing client, and you have to set this listener of purchase updated listener as well. Also, yeah, make sure you implement this billing client state listener as well as this on item click listener as well. Okay, next here I am enabling pending purchases as well, and I am building this billing client. Then I am starting the connection. So soon as you call the start connection, these two methods gets called. So if suppose there is some network issue on the user side, then the on billing service disconnected will be called. So we have to start the connection again. Read the documentation for it. Like the documentation says that you have to implement your own retry logic. Like I'm not sure apart from calling the start connection again what else I can do about this. Okay, so I am just calling start connection. I don't think we need this true. Okay, we can just call this, like don't make this. I think I did a mistake over there as well, because I never for me while testing I always tested the happy path, but in real world there could be like something or the other will go wrong. So yeah, be careful with this, and you will have to test the unhappy path as well. So once billing this is called, and if everything is proper, this method will be called on billing setup finish. So I'm just checking if it is okay, everything is okay, then call this query product as well as query purchase. There is something called query user history as well, so which helps you to give what all products the user has purchased. I found it pretty useless, because if you want to, like, it doesn't give you whether the user has cancelled a subscription or not. Those kind of details are not there. It only tells you what the user has purchased. But in some, like I have written the implementation for this as well, so if you are interested, I will you can implement it. Like I will show you the implementation, but if you are interested, you can call it inside your code as. But once the billing has set up properly, I am calling query products and query purchases. Now query products will fetch you all the details of your subscription as well as in-app products which you have added inside Google Play console. And why we are calling query purchase is because sometimes what happens, the user has purchased a product and you have failed to acknowledge the product. You, like, if you read the documentation, like there are 2 to 3 days to acknowledge a product. If you don't acknowledge a product after a user has purchased it, that product will be like the amount would be refunded to the user. So yeah, so we have to check whether after the user has purchased a product, if suppose the network went down and you were not able to acknowledge it, so again after you can either call this on network connected again, but I have kept it like when the user opens the app again. So okay, so this is different and this is different. So now if you see query products, so I am querying this subscription. So this is, and I am passing the subscription ID, and this is in-app purchase, this is consumable counter id, non-consumable counter id. Okay, but if you have more, then you can maybe do a for loop if you want to, that's fine as well. Now if you see this query products, internally call this query product, so this is called. So first you have to build this query product details param new builder. Now this will remain constant, like you just have to pass the product and product id, and here you will get the product detail result. Okay, so from that, once you are querying these product details, you will get the product detail result, and here you can see whether you have got all the details proper or not. So once I get all the details, I'm just adding it to our list, and I'm setting our recycler view adapter to our custom adapter. So the details which you are seeing over here will be displayed inside your recycler view. Okay, also do make sure, if you have in product for production use case, you will have a server, so you will have to ask your backend guy to create a REST API, so that you can sync your data of Google Play console with your server as well. Like, don't hard code your data inside your backend as well. That is a very bad approach. Like, maybe tomorrow you might decide to change your price on the Google developer Play console, or decide to add an in-app product, and you might forget to tell your backend guy. So it's better to call an API where you sync all your data of this product detail list with your backend developer. Okay, exactly is part of this product detail list, like what each and every item of your product detail contains. So I have written it down. So suppose this is for subscription, like it would, like there would be for in-app products as well, like for consumable and non-consumable. So it gives you a title, it gives you a name, then the product type, then the description, then the product ID as well, and so this, and one time offer purchase detail, and something called subscription offer details as well. So you can sync this data with your backend. So once here I have if something goes wrong, I'm just displaying a toast message. Okay, and here if something goes wrong, I have just created this extension function as well, so display billing error. So here you can see, like, there are lot of things which can go wrong, and here I'm just displaying depending on what exactly is the error, I'm just returning back the string. So you can create this kind of an extension function as well. There is something other like there is a debug message as well. Just let me check. Okay, so if you want, but the debug message is just part of development. Okay, you won't see it in production, that's why I have kept it. So here you can see, if you want the exact what is going wrong, so you can use something like this debug message as well. Okay, don't use it over here, maybe you can use it over here. Okay, or if you want to display it over inside this no toast, you can use it over here as well, or you can use it over here as well, something like this. Okay, and you can use this debug message everywhere, wherever you can use this thing, like response code, this debug message can also be used. But again, this is part only of development, the debug message. That's why I have not made this just to avoid confusion. Now there is this query purchase. If you remember, we were calling this over here as well. Now what this query purchase does is that we are querying the subscription and in-app products. Now here if you see, we are checking if the billing client is not ready. Okay, I'm just returning back. Then I'm just building our query purchase params, and here I'm so you will get all the products. Once you get all the products, I'm using this lifecycle scope.launch. Oh, I have made a mistake over here, sorry about that. I will just tell you what mistake I have done. Where did it go? Okay, so you will have to write something like this. Where did it go? Why is this showing an error? Try. Okay, I forgot catch. G : exception empty catch block. Okay, I can just add something like this. Yeah, sorry about that. Like this thing was never really called for me, because as soon as the user purchased a product, I was immediately acknowledging it, that's why. But I think in your case that could not be the case. So what I am doing is that So once we don't need this, so just let me check JSON string. Okay, we are getting a product ID. Okay, I'm just displaying the product ID inside Toast. You don't have to do this, but I'll just keep it in case you want it for your debugging. And here we are just checking whether, so I will show you how the purchase looks like. Okay, so if you see over here, this is how the purchase looks like. So purchase will have a token, state, whether it was acknowledged or not, the signature, then the account identifier, then this purchase JSON. I'm getting this purchase JSON in a form of string. Okay, so I am converting it to a JSON object, and we require this product ID. So with the help of this product ID, I'm determining whether it is a subscription, or whether it is non-consumable, or whether it is a consumable product. So if you see over here, I'm getting this product ID, I'm getting this JSON string. Okay, from that I'm getting the product ID. And if it is a consumable product, the way you acknowledge it is different. If it is non-consumable and subscription, you can acknowledge it a different way. So here you can see, if it is a consumable, I am calling this handle purchase method. If it is non-consumable or subscription, we are calling acknowledge purchase. And if something goes wrong, I am just displaying a toast message. Okay, similarly over here as well, and over here as well, but you should handle the error message properly. So yeah, this is for query purchase. Now I will come back to launch billing flow as well in a bit. Okay, so now coming back to handle purchase, if you can see over here, again I'm just checking whether the purchase was not acknowledged. If not, then we are just acknowledging it with the purchase token. But be careful with this. First, before acknowledging the purchase token, do check with your backend whether this purchase token was used previously for any other purchases or not, because there could be some kind of a hacker who was trying to overcome your purchases by purchasing the same product again and again. So be careful with that. If it is the same token, then you can throw an error. So that's why I've added this to do as well. And once you are able to successfully consume it, you can save it to your backend as well, that particular purchase, as well as with the purchase token. Similarly for acknowledge purchase, which is for non-consumable as well as for subscription. So this is for subscription. Okay, and here also, if the purchase is not acknowledged, this is the way of acknowledging the purchase. Again, do check with the purchase token if the purchase token was previously used by any other user or not. If yes, then do not acknowledge this purchase. If it is a new generated purchase token, then you can go ahead with it. You have to keep a list of all the purchase token on your backend server as well. Don't keep it within your app. Yeah, if there is some issue, then also you can save it on the backend, that there was some error. If it was proper, then also you can save it on your backend. Now I have told you, like, this is how you can query history as well. So if you want to query for subscriptions, or if you want to for in-apps, this is how you can use the query history. Again, I didn't find it any useful. So this is how it is, and here I am just printing all that data which you get from your query history. Okay, and on destroy, you have to end your connection as well. Now coming to item click, which will help us to launch the billing flow. So if you click on item click, launch billing flow. Before that, I just want to check whether I have shown you all the to-dos or not. I've explained you this. Okay, so this I have already told you, like, you will have to configure your own backend with real-time notification. If you remember, I have shown it to you over here, real-time notification. So this you will have to configure by yourself. Then sync with the, I have already told you guys this. Is there anything else remaining? No. So now coming back to, once the user clicks on a particular item, you will have to call the launch billing flow, and I am passing that what particular item the user has clicked on. Now if you go to launch billing flow, first you will have to check whether it is a subscription based product or whether it is an in-app product. If it is a subscription based product, you have to pass this set offer token as well. If it is an in-app product, like it is not a subscription based product, the code remains the same, like this is the same, but you don't have to pass this set offer token. Like, even this took a lot of time understanding why it was causing an issue. Next, you have to just create a billing flow params with your product detail param list. And if your billing client is not ready, I am again showing a toast message. If it is ready, then we launch the billing flow. And once you get a success response, if there is any error response, I am just displaying it to user. But if you want, here you can give some callback to your server as well, or display some toast message. But as soon as the purchase is properly done from the user side, if you remember, we were calling this callback query purchase updated listener. So this will get called automatically. So here I am checking whether everything is okay from the user side, and if the purchase is not empty, there could be multiple purchases as well. That's why I'm using a for loop. And again, if you remember, the purchase was something like this. So it will give you a JSON, and from that I'm identifying what exactly the user has purchased. There is something called this purchase product as well, but I'm not using this because it is an array, and I'm not sure why it is an array. Maybe because of multiple products. That's why I have decided not to use it. I'm just using this, okay, which will give you a product ID. So here I am again using this JSON object because it is in form of string. I am getting the product ID from it, and I am just checking whether it is a consumable or non-consumable. If it is a consumable product, call this handle purchase. If not, then acknowledge the purchase. Then yeah, I think that's it. Nothing else remaining, and you can handle the error however you wish to. So again, just going back, just giving you a quick gist. First, we initialize our billing client, then we call the start connection, which internally calls either of these two methods. If everything is proper, this gets called. Then we are querying the products and querying the purchase. So with the help of querying products, you get all the product details. And we do query purchase because if the user has already purchased a product and we have not acknowledged it from our side, we need to acknowledge it. Otherwise the user would be refunded within 2 to 3 days. Again, you can check the documentation for that. So this is for that query products, this is for query products, this is for query purchase. Then once the user click on any particular item, we are launching the billing flow. And here you can see, once the billing flow is launched and everything is proper, you get a callback to process updated listener. And here we are just checking whether it is a in-app purchase or a subscription, and depending on that we just call this handle purchase or acknowledge purchase. I know this was a long video, but yeah, that's how it is. Again, do read the documentation, don't just rely on this tutorial. If something goes wrong, I won't be responsible for it. So yeah, do your own research, because I've been just extra careful because money is involved in this process, and I don't want anyone, any developer, to lose their money. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye. So I want to show you one last thing, is that suppose if you want to cancel a subscription, or how can a user cancel a subscription. So here you can see that if I click on my subscription, I have already purchased this subscription. Okay. So what the user can typically do, or if you want to do it for your own testing, you can just go to manage subscription. Here you can click on this testcom.codingwithnobody.android IPA. The reason why you are seeing this unreviewed is because we are still in internal testing. That's why. Okay, and if I click on this, I can click on cancel subscription as well. And here you can just select whatever you want to cancel subscription. Now if I go back, here you can see I can purchase the subscription again. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.